What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. If you're new, hi, my name is Niqua, and if you're not new, welcome back. Hey girl, hey, thanks for watching my video. So today I'm going to get into my prep that I do before I do my nails, which I've been doing this for about a month now, and I still haven't gotten it like down pat, but I will say it has helped tremendously. So I watch this girl named Ann Elizabeth on YouTube. I will link her channel down below. But she does this method called a cozy cocoon method, which she does hard gel on her natural nails and just as a protective layer, and then she does her nail art on top, whether she's going to foul off the nail art or either do a peel off base coat and pop it off, but it just protects her natural nails from having to like file them every day, like every time she decides to change her nails, and also protects it from the peel off base coat. Because if you have ever used peel off base coat that is gel, 9 times out of 10 you end up kind of ruining your nails getting the peel off base coat off. The only time I haven't ruined my nails is if I use like an air dry peel off base coat, but I don't get the longevity of wearing my nails, so it's a happy medium. Um, I did have a Christmas nail design on. I do not have a video for this nail design. I just quickly did my nails for Christmas because they were looking crusty, dusty, and busted, and I needed to do something to them before Christmas. So I did not do a peel off base coat. I did, honestly, I don't even think I had filled in my nails. I think all I did was just did the nail art on top and called it a day. I am still getting the hang of using hard gel. The hard gel that I use is, I believe, True Nude by from LGN Pro. I will link. She also has a YouTube channel, which I will also link her YouTube channel down below as well. And she has a hard gel company. From what I have learned from the wonderful world of YouTube, is hard gel is not soak off, and regular builder gel is soak off. So in order to get hard gel off, you have to foul it off. You cannot soak it off with acetone. And with the other builder gels, you can soak that off. So I do like the fact that the hard gel, I can't soak it, I can't take it off with acetone, because like if I decide to put some other, like if I decide to use nail polish, or either if I need to use acetone to clean up like around the cuticles or whatever, or just remove a nail design, then I know my base layer of the hard gel will not come off. I have been doing this for about a month, maybe two, and I will say my nails have grown tremendously in the time that I have been using this hard gel, which I love it so much. I'm still getting the hang of doing like the apex and actually using builder gel, because I don't really ever use builder gel like that. But here I am just removing just that gel polish and any lifted up hard gel, because I think I put it too close to my cuticle, and so it ends up lifting around that area, which common sense would tell me to stop putting it that close. But I don't know. I haven't quite figured out the perfect way to not have it too close, but close enough to where it don't look outgrown. I do have a mandrel bit. I'm using a mandrel bit on a speed of 20. I'm using my Melody Susie nail dust collector, as well as my Melody Susie e-file, and I believe this Arbor Band bit came from Melody Susie as well. So yes, I'm Melody Susie girly. But yeah, so I think, okay, actually I think before I was just getting the nail design off. Now I am removing any lifted up area, as well as like kind of pushing my cuticles back without actually having to push my cuticles back. I'm using the mandrel bit to push my cuticles back for me, just to also prep my natural nail and remove the shine from that, as well as remove any cuticle that is on my nails. I don't think it was that much cuticles on my nail plate, as well as lifted area, because I think I had maybe did a fill-in on my nails at this point. I think like maybe a week or two before. So my nails don't grow that fast. But like I said, I think I put the product too close to my cuticle area. That's why I get lifting. I'm still learning how to not put it like too close to where I don't get lifting. But yeah. Okay, now that the prep and shaping has been done, I did also, as you can see, I also shaped my nails. That is the True Nude Hard Gel from LGN Pro. I'm sorry that my camera is not as focused, but my prep, I'm using my ASP Prep and Dehydrator from Sally's. At one point, I was using Kiara Sky, but I don't know. I just keep going back and forth with prep and dehydrator. I meant dehydrator and primer. The primer that I'm using is the acidless primer from ASP from Sally's. Honestly, I just have it and I'm trying to get rid of it. So that's honestly, I think, the reason why I decided to use this one. Oh, I also decided to use this one because I wanted to see if it was me who was causing the lifting or if it was the product I was using before causing the lifting, which now looking back at it, I really think it's me. And then now I'm using my if Zanist, I don't know. I really don't know how to pronounce this company, but I'm using the rubber base gel from, I call it F Zanist. I don't know. Um, and I am putting that all over the nail. I think realistically, I only have to put it on my natural nail, but I mean, it's such a small portion of natural nail. It's just easier to polish it over the whole entire nail. So, I just put it all over. I just polish on the rubber base coat. I kind of do a thin layer because also near the ends of near the tips of my nails, like I don't want to have a whole bunch of product build up because I mean I am putting product on top of product, so I don't really want too much. So it is a thin layer of the rubber base coat, and then in my little dapping dish I have acetone, and I'm just using a little cleanup brush to get the sorry, my viewfinder kept falling. So that's why you see me like stopping. But in my little dapping dish I have acetone, and I'm just going around the around my skin to make sure I don't have any gel products on my skin, because that is the number one. You can cause gel allergies with contact dermatitis. So I'm trying to make sure I limit the amount of gel product that is touching my skin. And then now I'm using the number 6 oval brush from LGN Pro. I got this one because it's small, and usually when I use hard gel, I'm typically using it on my nails. And as you can see, I have very small nail beds. Like my nail beds are tiny, and so I don't really need a big brush, and that brush, it gets into the cuticle area very well. I do love this hard gel. Like I said, I'm still getting the hang of it, and it is really beginner friendly. And so now I'm just using just a little detail brush so I can get up to my cuticle and get that cuticle area like nice. I guess that's the best way I can put it. Because I don't want to use the big brush near my cuticle area because then I typically end up flooding that area. So that's why I use the little brush to go around it. And then I smooth the product out around the rest of the nail. And then when I flip my hand over, I'm letting it create its own apex because the gel will flow when the hand is upside down, and so it creates its own apex. And that is what I'm doing. And then now I smoothed out because I saw that I had too much product near the end of my nail. So instead of using the big brush, I just used a little detailer brush to like move the gel back to kind of sort of where I want it to be. And I will say in the beginning, the gel was kind of stiff because my house is very cold. We usually keep a very cold house. And so the gel was quite stiff. I have seen Lisette, which is the one who is LGN Pro. I've seen on her channel where she uses like a mug warmer to warm up her hard gel if her house is cold. So I now have a mug warmer, but that won't be getting used until later on. Y'all won't see that until several videos from now because I have like a whole bunch of videos batched up. And yes, I know I'm still working on this pinky nail, but I'm trying to get like that's the one thing I love about gel is you have plenty of time to get your apex area right, to get the nail itself right. And then I typically only flash cure for like 30 seconds, like 15 to 30 seconds, because I just want the product to stay where it is. Like I don't want it to move, and I'm not confident enough in gel products to do all 5 nails and then circle back around and well to do all 5 nails and then cure. So I do like a 15 to 30 second cure on each nail, and then when I'm done I do a full 60 second cure. And as you saw on my ring fingernail, I used like the residual product that was on the brush to do like a thin, I think it's called a slip layer on my nail. And then I got a little bit of product and I put it on the nail and then I moved it around. I can't flow it as well as other people who actually uses builder gel. Like I said, I'm still getting the hang of it. So my builder gel process is quite tedious. But it gets me to where I need it to be gotten. I don't know. It gets me from point A to point B. There we go. And if I don't like how the nail is looking, like if I feel like it's too bulky on one side or if it's too like product heavy near the bottom, I'll move it up to the top with a detail brush and vice versa. And wherever I like, and I maneuver my nail all around to look at it from all sides to figure out like, do I like this position? Is it too thick on one side? Is it too thin on another side? So that is what you see me doing. I held it upside down to make the apex, and then I realized like it was too thin in some areas and too thick in other areas. And if I just need to grab a little bit more, I'll grab a little bit more and then just float it on around the nail to where I need it to go. And I do this process for all 5 of the nails. And then when I am done with all 5 nails, I will do a full 60 second cure. that the full 60-second cure is done and the nails are all cured, I did use alcohol and I cleaned off the surface of the nails because the nails will be tacky. And because I was so meticulous with how I placed the gel, I don't really need to actually like file the nails. So I'm just using a buffer just to make it flatter and more even. And yeah, I mainly just had to use a nail buffer. If you need to use a nail file, I will say hard gel is very easy to file. You can use a hand file or you can use an e-file. Honestly, I would prefer to use a hand file for unless like I was just slapping the product on and it was nowhere near even. But I typically, if I do have to file, I'll use a hand file. But the I didn't have to do that, so I'm just using my little mini buffer, and I'm just smoothing out all the nails. I'm just getting all into the nooks and crannies. And also I'm just buffing the nail because usually it's better to buff the nail and then do your top coat instead of doing it directly on the nail. Because gel product, even though it likes to stick to other gel products, it likes like not a smooth surface, but like it likes ridges better. So that's the other reason why I buff the nails. And then I'm just rubbing it to see if I like the smoothness of the nails. I'm looking at all my nails from all different angles just to make sure I like the thickness. And if I like the thickness and like the shape of the nail. And then when I'm done with that, I use some alcohol in a spray bottle, and then I spray on my nails to remove the dust and debris. And then I use another piece of paper towel to get off everything and make sure the nails are squeaky clean. And then now I'm going in with my top coat. I'm using the F Zenist top coat. I will say the key to this is to use a non-wipe top coat. This is also what I learned from Anne Elizabeth. It's great to use a non-white top coat because after you use the top coat, then you're going to use a peel-off. But if you decide to use a peel-off base coat on top of that, then it will stick to the non-white top coat, but it won't stick, like, because it sticks because gel likes gel, but it won't stick to the point where it's like it will never come off. Like it'll stick enough to where you can wear your nails for like 2 weeks if you want to, because I have actually done this before and have worn the nails like 2 weeks, because that's typically how long I wear my nails. But well, my nail designs that I decide to choose to do. So yes, I did use a non-wipe gel top coat, and then I cured that for 60 seconds, and I did make sure I didn't have any gel product on my skin. And then after I fully cured all 5 nails, like I said, I went in. That was me showing that I did the non-wipe top coat. And then now I'm using the F Zenist. Finally, I'm focused. Then I'm using the peel off base coat. And I do in this peel off base coat. I just recently got this peel off base coat, but it is very thick. It is definitely I would compare it to the Model One, no, not Model Ones, Lord have mercy, the McCart peel off base coat. Like, it is very thick and it is very tacky. And usually when I do the peel off base coat, I wipe off the tacky layer and then do whatever I plan on doing. The so it is thick. It's similar to like a rubber base coat, and it is very rubbery. Like even though a rubber, like, it's thick like a rubber base coat, but like to the touch it is very rubbery and squishy. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. So like if you've ever used a rubber base coat before, then you know the thickness that I'm talking about. But like when you go to touch it, like after I wipe off the inhibition layer, like the rubberiness is real crazy. But now I'm just using alcohol and wiping off that sticky layer. And I don't have a review because I went straight into filming another video. But please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and join the family. And until next time, bye.